Hello everyone, my name is Peter. Thank you for joining this class today. In this class, I'll be taking you the power of copywriting and branding. First thing you need to know, you need to have a copy and you need to have a brand. So these two things work out for each other. Keep a copy for yourself and keep a brand for people to buy. Okay, in this class, you need to know how to have a voice. You need to learn how to keep your logo. You need to learn how to keep your colors, keep your text, and make sure that people stick to your brand. You know your audience, keep your customers to yourself, and sell your brand in the way people will buy, so they don't have to look for you anyhow. Send a message and keep a leading point and a spot for yourself. If you want to have a spot, you need to keep a copy and you need to have a brand. Hello everyone, my name is Peter Afulate. You're welcome to my class. Yes, you are welcome to my class. Thank you for joining this class, and I'll be taking you the power of copywriting and branding. Firstly, we need to know where you are bringing your power from. Is it from the copy or from the branding? But we don't know yet if they are the same or they are two different things. Okay, brand copywriting. You see, it's becoming one now. What is your brand voice? How do you help people to hear your voice? Okay, copywriting is your brand way of speaking to your customers. Think of your organization. Copy is a verbal version of a logo or color palette. Yes, you keep a logo and you have a color. Just like these visual elements, the text you use in your touch points need to have a consistent feel underpinned by a clear strategy. It doesn't make sense to print all of your key collateral with different logos or completely different colors. If you are trying to focus customers' attention on a consistent brand image, for the same reason, your copy needs to consistently embody your brand strategy across all of your touch points. These are the things you will do that will make your brand fall. Your copy will be useless. Common brand copywriting pitfall. You have to be very careful when you are trying to make people to know your brand. Copy number one, copy has no discernible tone of voice. It means you have to make your copy to be seen. You have to make your copy to be recognized. Make your copy to be to be understood. That gives you an edge. Number two, copy is purely about features with nothing emotional that hooks into the audience needs. We pick a tips, pick a tactic, and know your strategy of gathering your audience data. So by doing that, you will know what they want and how you are going to supply them. Number three, copy is laid out in a way that is visually dense. When you are trying to give a copy or your brand, make it something meaningful for people to understand. And number four, copy use needless complex language. Don't make your copy to be too complex. Don't make it to be too hard. Just make it something easy in order for people to search and get it easily. Number five says copy lacks key messaging. You're trying to pass a message to the audience and people are not getting what you're trying to get, what you're trying to pass. It means you lack communication. Let your communication be effective and be straight for your customers to get easily. Good copy visualize your ability to solve your audience needs in a way they can't get anywhere they can't get it. Just make it to solve their needs. Think about the following things before launching into a copywriting project or while evaluating your current brand copywriting. You need to think about these steps. Number one says, does a brand copywriting adhere to a clear brand strategy? Does it adhere to a clear brand? Does a brand actually have a clear strategy? Okay, your copywriting should be the best friend of your logo, color palette, and graphic designs. Yes, you need to make sure that your copy and your brand is much related and more friendly to your logo and your color palette and your designs. Just like this visual device, your text should communicate your brand promise and position in the style of brand personality. Without a clear brand promise or position, Your copy may lack strategy, talking points, and without an authentic and personality, your copy should be perceived as lacking a voice. Its tone might even conflict with what your design elements are communicating. Yes, what you do, your brand, how people feel. Let people know what you do and your brand. Let it be a clear strategy. And how do you think people feel about your brand? You will begin to know. Number 2, which says, do you know what messaging you are leading with? Yes, know the right message you are leading to the audience. Is your copy driving by your brand promise or your position against the competition? What is the most important thing to lead with? Giving your audience need your viral messaging, you risk being passed over if you are not telling a story that hits close to home with your audience. So you need to keep your message rightly, and do your message to a way your audience will understand. And number 3, do you have a basic editorial style guide? Do you have that? Okay, it's critical to define. Even the basic term, how your brand copywriting will consistently embody your brand personality. Yeah, think about it. Is your brand personality bigger and sophisticated, kitschy and ironic, ingenious and shabby? You have to keep the style guide of your brand. It's very, very important. Depending on what it is, you will have to define how your brand copywriting will use things like heading, italic, lace, and bullets. So there is no consistent format to the text. Number 4, which says, does a brand copywriting works if scaled to different media? Yes. Can your brand be scaled to different social media or social handles or to different platforms and be found easily? If you had to describe your company in one sentence straight, could you do it as well as you could in 200 words? Your copy should always feel like the same person is speaking it, with key messaging that can be summed up in one sentence or unpacked with quantifiable reason to believe. For more text, every touch point. Oh, that's why you need to make your copy a straight one for people to understand. So why being scaled to different medias? It will be easily for people to find. Nothing more and no hard feelings. Number 5, which says, remember your copy should always be on brand. Don't make mistake. Don't try to forget this, because it's very, very important to customers and to the audience to see oh, this is what and this is your brand. Compiling brand copywriting is a crucial component of any organization's brand marketing. It lets you speak directly to your customers' needs in their language through marketing collateral or digital media. So remember, your copy should have a brand. So it will be easy to understand, and it will be easy for people to see that yes, this is a copy of this company. If your copy isn't underpinned by a clear audience centric strategy, it runs the risk of being passed over, and this leaves the door wide open for the competition to speak more directly to your customers' needs. If you lack your copy on a brand, it means you leave the door open for many competitors to overtake you, to overtake your customers and speak more voice out than you. Okay, in sum, your brand should have a voice. Get the voice to your brand. Copy has no discernible tone of voice. It means let people understand your copy. Copy is purely about features with nothing emotional that hooks into the audience needs, which means you need to pick up a tips, a tactic, or a strategy to gather the audience needs, gather their data and know what they want before you send your copies out or your brand out for people to see. And number 3, copy is laid out in a way that's visually dense. Make your copy to be meaningful. Don't make it to be too sluggish. Make it active so people will buy. Number 4 says copy use needless complex language. You don't have to make your copy to be too hard. You don't have to be too complex. Just make it easy. Number 5 says copy lacks key messaging. Let your communication be effective. Let it be clear. Let it be direct. So when customers see, they understand that yes, you have something you are saying. And scale different media, and let your copy be scaled to different media. Why being scaled to different media? Let people allow people to see, yes, this is your copy. Clear brand strategy. Direct message, clear brand, clear copy to your customers. Messaging you are leading with. Lead your message directly to people and let it be known. And have a basic editorial style guide. It's easy for people to know that okay, this is your logo, this is your color, this is your designs. Nobody have to worry about what you do. But once they see this is your logo and this is your heart, they understand that yes, this copy is coming from you. And lastly, your copy should always be on brands. Don't try to forget that. When you have a copy, do a brand for it and do something people can see. Do something people could always try to remember. Stick to one brand. Don't try to move from one brand to the other. You don't have to be there. You don't have to be here. You just have to be in one place. Either you are here or you are there. Be in a position people will see you consistently for them to understand that yes, you have a voice and you're selling something to them. Thank you for joining this class, and this will be the end of this class. And a copy is always a copy and a brand is always a brand. Stick to it, get a voice and make your copy to be known, and let your brand be a catchy one. Life is all about what you do and people will begin to tell about you. Do it for people to understand and do it in a way people will like it and no hard feelings. Okay, thank you for joining this class once again, and thank you for being here. I really appreciate you. Also, remember to subscribe to my channel and share and like. You can also leave a comment about this class and leave a comment about your brand. Let's know what you do and how you do it, so that we'll be able to sum them together. We'll sum it up. Let's get to know your brand. I'll get to know your brand when you tell me this is your brand. Thank you. I mean Peter. Thank you for joining this class once again. I really appreciate everyone for joining this class. You are doing well. It means you have something you want to sell. Okay, remember to subscribe to my channel. Keep to my channel and always like and share every video that you have watched for others to see what we have really learned. And also in the chat box, leave a comment and tell us about your brand. Let us know you. Let us meet you. You have something to say about this class. Say something about copywriting and branding. Alright, this is the end of the class. I just want to say thank you again. I really appreciate you. See you in the next class. Thank you. Bye bye.